Both the left wing and the media are enlisting in an obsessive, unprecedented hunt against me and my family, aiming to oust the government.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu goes on the attack as corruption allegations threaten to force him from office. Hello, I'm John Terrett, sitting in for Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. A long-running scandal in Israel has taken a dramatic turn. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is now officially a suspect in several fraud and corruption cases. Adding to the intrigue is news that Netanyahu's former chief of staff, Ari Harow, has accepted a plea deal to testify against his former boss. While the Prime Minister has been shadowed by allegations of financial improprieties in the past, these appear to be the most serious to date. For more, we turn to CGTN's Stephanie Freid in Tel Aviv. Steph, there are a number of allegations against Prime Minister Netanyahu, aren't there? I say number because the Israeli press actually refers to them by numbers because there are so many. What are they, and what do we know about the potential testimony from Netanyahu's former chief of staff?
Well, John, that's right. You're right about the numbers. It makes it convenient when trying to track all of the various allegations that are being expressed, being talked about right now. The series of allegations run in a series talking about the numbers from 1,000 to 4,000. And to break it down in a very simple way, the 1,000 series has to do, and these are the police investigations, with Mr. Netanyahu accepting lavish gifts for favors. The 2000 series is about conspiracy and the Prime Minister's image in the press and conspiring with news moguls to alter or to affect that image, how he would appear in the press. The 3000 and 4000 series of investigations have to do with his associates, people who worked closely with him, his attorneys, people who were his right-hand people. That would include the former chief of staff and what roles they perhaps played. Some of the allegations here that we're talking about include a submarine deal with Germany and other allegations that involve his wife and his 26-year-old son. So there's a tremendous long list. No indictment, as you have said, no indictment has been handed down yet. But what came forward in August was that his former chief of staff for 2 terms cut a deal, it appears, with the police to testify. There apparently is damning information on the former chief of staff, Ari Harrow's telephone, and he's cut a deal, essentially. That's what we are hearing. That's what we're understanding here. Will it lead to his indictment? We don't know yet.
Well, Stephanie, if the Prime Minister does resign or is forced from office, what will be the procedure to replace him? And then who are the likely candidates?
Candidates, I'll start from that first. It's a bit early to tell. Of course, there are people who would be looking at that already and vying or elbowing, if you will, looking at that position for the future. As far as an indictment being handed down, first of all, look at the time factor. They're saying that first a police indictment would have to be handed down technically and legally, and then it would have to go to the top in terms of the court system here, and then a formal indictment would have to come. Even then, however, according to Israeli law, the Prime Minister, if he's indicted, he's not forced to resign. He doesn't have to resign. What would happen then? Likely there would be political pressure, there would be peer pressure, and there would be public pressure for the Prime Minister to resign. How likely is it that he would resign? People say he wouldn't go without a fight if he is indicted. John?
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. That's CGTN's Stephanie Freid reporting from Tel Aviv.